What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Okay, hey, why not? Yeah, we're coming back to the White Stripes. Yes, indeed. The White Stripes fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-boobidi-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Rost. Yeah, R-O-S-T, Rost. And Ross wanted to see me react to this. Is the White Stripes. Apparently they're doing 3 songs. I don't know if they're back to back or if it's a mashup or a medley. I'm not 100% sure. But we got Let's Build a Home, Goin Back to Memphis, and John the Revelator.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Now, have I heard these songs before? Okay. I know for a fact I've heard John the Revelator. I know I've heard that song. The original. Now, this is a cover, so we're safe there. Let's Build a Home. That does not sound familiar. Goin Back to Memphis, that does sound familiar. We got 3 different levels right now. Let's Build a Home. No, that doesn't sound familiar at all. Goin Back to Memphis, the title sounds familiar. Like, I feel like I may have heard that song. And John the Revelator, I know for a fact I've heard that song. So we've got 3 different levels right now we're dealing with here. But here's the thing. Whether I've heard them or not, it doesn't really matter because this is a cover. And I don't know if this is 3 songs back to back or a mashup or a medley or I don't know. So no matter what, I'm going to be able to react to this because I've never seen the White Stripes do this before. So we're going to be okay. I promise.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Let's see. This was posted by Fuzzy Legends Archives, okay? And the video has 985 views. Is that right? That feels low to me for a White Stripes song, but it is what it is. 985 views, so there it is. No, that's not going to get you there. Sorry. Look, I'm sure the song is fine. I'm sure the video's fine. I'm sure everything's fine. I'm just saying 985 views at the time that this was requested. It's not going to get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. The White Stripes, Let's Build a Home, Goin Back to Memphis, John the Revelator. There it is. Live on Conan 2003. Okay, now Conan, was this when he was on TBS? I haven't really had too many problems with TBS. Turner Broadcasting's not been too bad about blocking, so I don't know. I don't know. I have to wait and see that. I feel okay. It's not like the Tonight Show or Late Night with David Letterman or the Late Show with David Letterman. It's not like that where their CBS and NBC are super protective. Now TBS is usually pretty chill, so I have a good feeling about this. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
The White Stripes.
Come on. does it want to throw me a bone? Come on. Alright. Come on. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
I'm at a loss for words. I'm very, very confused. Is that Meg on the drums? Is that the same Meg that could not keep a quarter note beat steady to save her life? Is that the same Meg that we got on the drums right now? I don't believe it, because whoever's drumming, I don't believe for 1 second that's Meg. Whoever's drumming, it's steady, it's consistent, the tempo is right on, it has a little bit of that laid back feel, but it's not dragging. It's right on the tempo. If that's Meg, can someone please explain to me how in the hell she is playing so clean right now compared to what we've heard from her in the past on this channel? I don't understand how we could have this literal night and day difference. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand. If that's Meg playing the drums, God bless her. What in the world happened? Did she take lessons all of a sudden or something? I mean, this is clean, steady, dependable drumming.
To all the non-believers.
It's not super fancy. It's not super flashy. But with a song like this, number one, you don't need it. Number two, I have always said I would rather have a drummer who is rock solid, doesn't have a whole lot of flash or flair, but can lay down a beat and can lay down a rhythmic pattern and have it be absolutely rock solid to the point where you can set your watch to it, rather than a drummer who has a whole lot of flash and flair and does all the stick tricks and all the other garbage, but cannot keep a steady time to save his life. I would much rather have what we're having here. Steady, consistent, dependable. And if that is Meg, I am absolutely shocked at what I'm hearing right now.
What's causing all this?
And I feel like I haven't given any attention whatsoever to Jack White right now. I feel kind of bad about that. But I'll talk about him later, I promise. I can't get over the drumming. What a huge difference. Oh my God. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Let's keep going. And she's relaxed. That is Meg. He just said it.
Well, I'm going back to Memphis. Well, I'm going back to Memphis. Well, I'm going back to Memphis on Highway 51. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, Meg. Come on now. Let's keep it going. We got one chance left. We got one chance left, baby. Yeah, you right. All right, Meg. You know that when I get there. You know that when I get there. Well,
So that is Meg. He said that several times now. He's like, all right, Meg, come on, Meg. So that really is Meg.
Wow, man, freaked out.
Wow. 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 What a difference. I can't get over it. I absolutely cannot get over it. In a nice way, in a pleasant way. I am very pleasantly surprised. What a night and day difference in her drumming compared to what I've heard from her in the past. Holy smokes. Good on her, man. Good on her. You go, girl. Get it. Absolutely get it. Anyway, okay, enough gushing about Meg. My God. I'm still in shock. Let's talk about Jack. Okay, let's talk about what he's doing. The guitar playing, very cool, very nice, steady. I like the chunking. I'll be honest with you, I like his chunking more than I'm liking like the solo stuff that he's doing. And don't get me wrong, the solo stuff is nice. It's inventive. I get like he's like emulating other instruments through the guitar. Like he's emulating a harmonica. He's emulating a trumpet. He's emulating a saxophone. You know, he's doing a lot of emulation through his playing style to make it sound like other instruments. While still obviously sounding like a guitar, but his approach. And that's cool. That's inventive. Absolutely. But I gotta be honest with you. I like his chunking. I like his backbeat chunk. I like it. I like it. It feels good. It's relaxed. It's meshing exactly with what Meg is playing. They're locked in with each other. This sounds and feels good. I like everything I'm hearing here. And his vocal approach, really nice too. I like it. It's fitting. I got no complaints. None. Not a single one.
Whether you like it or not, learn to love it. It's the best thing going today.
Now we still got a minute and 15 to go. Hold on. Now let's not kid ourselves. We still got a minute and 15 to go. A lot can happen in a minute and 15. I have seen bands completely blow it with only 30 seconds to go. So let's not jump ahead here, but so far so good. If this continues, it's going to be a good day for White Stripes fans.
you know that when I get there, I'm sure gonna have my fun. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, there he goes. Where did Conan go? Nice slide work. Unplugged.
Well, tell me who's that riding? Sean the Revelator, tell me who's that riding? Sean the Revelator, tell me who's that riding? Sean the Revelator, the book of the never sealed. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It's over.
The White Stripes, everybody, will take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around.
Oh, that's good stuff. Very, very pleasantly surprised. Very pleasantly surprised. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was the White Stripes with Let's Build a Home, Going Back to Memphis, John the Revelator. This was a request from Rost. Okay, I have a rating. Now, before I give my rating, I'm just going to put this disclaimer out there. The rating is how I feel this song and this performance deserves from an objective standpoint, not from a subjective standpoint. Personally, I feel like this deserves a little bit higher, but that's probably because of a couple of key factors that had absolutely nothing to do with what the actual performance was on its own, okay? But just from my own personal feelings, and I try to keep that out of this. So let's start off with that rating, shall we? Just keep in mind, I personally feel like it should be a little bit more, but that's all right. On a scale of out of 5 possible stars, I'm gonna give that 4 stars. Yep, 4 out of 5 stars. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I'm going to start in a real weird place. I'm going to start with Jack. I'm going to start with Jack White. His guitar playing was really cool to watch. It was really cool to listen to. Stylistically, I love the slide work, the backbeat, with that sustain on the upbeat that would bleed over into the next measure. Yeah, man, very blues, dig that. I mean, he's taken he's taken 3 blues songs and put them together to make this little medley, which I thought was really cool. His soloing, I thought was really nice. We saw some really cool things happening within his soloing. I like how he took a soloing approach in a kind of a different direction where he was sort of emulating other instruments. Like, you could hear him playing the guitar. It was almost like you could hear a harmonica player. You know what I mean? Because it was how he was utilizing the guitar and how he was playing the guitar. The style changed up a little bit to make it sound like it was a harmonica. Now, I'm not talking about from a tonal standpoint or from a vocalization standpoint. I'm talking about approach, and I thought that was really cool. I heard a harmonica. I heard a like either a trumpet or a trombone. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I heard like a saxophone approach. I heard a piano approach. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really well done. Vocally, I thought everything he did was just fine for a live performance, doing a lot of interaction with who I later found out really was Meg. Trust me, we're getting there, okay? I promise. There's a reason I'm holding off on that till the end. No, but vocally, everything he did sounded just fine. I didn't know the other 2 songs. I thought I recognized Going Back to Memphis, but I never heard the lyrics for it. But John the Revelator, I absolutely recognized that. When he got to that line, I absolutely recognized that. So a really nice job from him overall. Really nice job. The live performance, fun to watch. He was all over the place, man. When he went over to the interview stage, I was like, where did Conan go? Did Conan go running for his life or something? I always thought they stayed at their desk, but Jack started going over there. I'm like, where's he going? I see the set, and I'm like, oh, he's going over to the interview stage. Very cool. Where did Conan go? Conan went running for his life. And the fact that the guitar unplugged, it was wrapping up anyway, so he just said forget it and just threw his guitar down and whatever, grabbed the mic and finished out the song. Cool. Rock and roll, man. Absolute rock and roll. When things go south, you just kind of got to roll with it, and he did. That's how he chose to roll with it. Fine, no problem. Let's get to the main event here, shall we? The thing that everybody wants to hear. Okay, number 1, when the song started off, I could not believe what I was hearing from the drumming. Solid. Rock solid. Like, you could set your watch to it. Rock solid. Which led me to believe that's not Meg. I was like, it can't be Meg. Nah, can't be. But then I kept seeing this lady here that looked sort of like Meg, and I'm like, it can't be. The drumming's too good. The drumming's too solid. The drumming is too steady. It's too dependable. That can't be Meg. This can't be the same Meg that I reacted to over a year ago or 2 years ago, where she couldn't hold a simple quarter note pattern to save her life. I mean, it was so disjointed. It was so off. It was so undependable. It was so loose. I was like, I couldn't stand it. And then to hear this and see this, and I'm like, wait a minute. This can't be Meg. It can't be the same Meg, because this is too solid. It's too dependable. It's right on the beat. It has that laid back feel, but it's right on the beat. And I'm like, it can't be. And then I heard him say, "Come on, Meg." And I'm like,
Your thoughts?
what? 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 That's Meg? That's Meg? Did she take lessons? Did she get instruction? Was she taking some tutoring from like Dave Weckl or I don't know, some other drummer? I don't know. Tony Morello? I don't know. I mean, it's like, what? All of a sudden, she is transformed into this rock solid drummer. How? How is it that this performance was so amazingly solid from her? And yet the other videos I've seen from them, it was, I mean, no offense, but the drumming was garbage. It was trash. And I'm like, how? How did this happen?
What the hell is going on?
And then I said, you know what? Forget worrying about how, and let's just enjoy it. Let's just revel in it, man. Let's just accept the fact that this has happened, and let's just dive deep into it, and let's just seriously wrap ourselves up in it like a warm comforter and just enjoy the moment. Man, her drumming on this, it wasn't impressive, it wasn't amazing, but what it was absolutely rock solid with a great feel. And I gotta say, what a redemption story here, man. My goodness. Here's the problem. I'm gonna expect this from her now. Every time, if I do any more reactions to the White Stripes, I'm gonna refer back to this video. If her drumming falls apart again, I'm gonna refer back to this video and go, I know she's capable. It's right here. So why aren't we seeing it? You know, but you know what? We'll deal with that bridge when we get to it. Right now, impressive, yes, simply because it's such a redemption story, man. Good Lord. Good Lord. I was so happy with the drumming on this. I really was. And kudos to her for not stopping when things fell apart. You know, when the guitar unplugged and you threw the guitar down, she didn't instinctually kick the drums over and knock the cymbals over and throw the sticks and, follow suit. No, she kept the song going on her own. Good for her. Awesome. Shows professionalism on her part. No, man, look, I'm sorry. I know it's the White Stripes. I know this is Jack White's project, but I'm sorry, Jack. You did a great job, don't get me wrong, but Meg stole the show on this. And I know it's simply because of my past with her, and what I've heard from her in the past and not being up to this standard. But man, did she raise the bar on herself. Man, she really did. So I'm going to expect this now.
And I'm highly critical.
Kudos to her, though. Really knocked it out of the park. So, yeah, I feel good about that 4 stars. I'm not going to lie, folks. I was tempted. And I was really thinking about giving this 5 stars, but I stopped myself because that would be subjective, and I don't want to be subjective. I want to be objective. And I was giddy. I was absolutely giddy. I was gushing over her and her vast improvement over what I heard from her in the past. But I can't let that affect the score. I can't. As much as I personally would like to, I gotta stay objective here, folks. So I feel good about that 4 stars, though. You can interpret it however you want. It can be really good. It can be great. Okay, you can determine how you think it's going here. I'll let you guys figure it out. Don't ask me. I'm not gonna tell you. I know how I feel, but I'll let you guys figure that out on your own. So, 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So, 4 out of 5 stars, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.